What is up, YouTube? Chris Chavez here at the Armory here in New York City for New Balance Nationals Indoor. It's a special time. We're getting a peek at the next generation of track and field stars. And to kind of get in the mood for all the action, tomorrow we're doing 2 live shows. We've got After the Final Lap happening at 4:30 p.m. and then we've got it at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday around some of the best races of the weekend. But for now, I felt like it'd be fun to just kind of hang around at the Armory, get some people to sit down for interviews. I have no idea who my guests are going to be for this, so we'll be live for the next hour or so, just catching up with the stars of tomorrow. So first up, we've got a guest already here. So how's it going? Here you go. You'll take this mic. Here's the beauty of this show is that it's going to be, I have no idea who the guests are going to be. So why don't you introduce yourself to the CITIUS MAG audience out there, who you are, what grade you're in, what school you go to, and what event you're competing at this weekend.
I'm Shane Brosnan from Union Catholic. Today I'm running the DMR, and I'll be coming back on Sunday for the boys mile and the 4x8.
Are you excited?
Very.
So the Armory, coming from Union Catholic, you've probably raced here a bunch of times before,
yeah.
Right? So
Evening club.
What is the Armory atmosphere like, I guess, compared, when you see it full scale right now with a bunch of fans here for New Balance Nationals, like compared to other meets that you've done in the past?
Yeah, it's a lot louder. There's a lot more support from the crowd. I know a lot of meets, they don't really kind of get the same energy, and especially when you have all the fans right above you screaming at you, and then you have all the athletes down, like, right on the track. It's unbeatable.
So being in the mile, I have to kind of ask, like, you see what the Newbury Park kids do,
yeah,
and how fast they're running. Now, there aren't, I guess, in your race in particular, tomorrow, they're not in it.
No.
So what's the plan this time around to come away with the win in a race like that?
Well, I'm kind of focused on the DMR right now, but
okay.
I know that my race is going to be super loaded. I think there's only one person who's not sub 4:10, and even like it's probably the most loaded race that any of us will ever run. And I think there's even some talk about there possibly being a rabbit. So I think it's just going to go out hard and see who can hold on to it the longest.
How do you prepare for that? Take us through, I guess, what training's been like over the past couple of months for you.
Yeah, so we've done not too much mileage, but we've been doing a lot of like really hard workouts. So we take easy days easy, and then we go really hard when we have to. So tempo runs, and then also just like we do a lot of K repeats. And then kind of as this championship season has started coming around, we've been easing up and just kind of doing more like sharpening workouts. So I think now like we just have to trust the training that we've put in, and like I know it's going to pay off for this relay today, and then also for the individual events.
What's been the highlight of your season so far?
I would say winning my my state meet of champs in the mile. That it's a really big accomplishment for me. I'd always kind of thought of it, never thought I would be the one winning it. So to know I was in contention for it and then to go out and win it was a really big deal.
When you did win the race, like it's something that in practice you must have been like visualizing for weeks and weeks, just kind of like planning for that big moment. When it actually happened, like what was that feeling like after you crossed the finish line? Yeah,
well, so I kind of knew I had it coming down the last like straightaway. So I just kind of kept going, and it was pretty surreal. Across the line, I threw my hands up. I got some cool pictures. But then to just kind of like know that like I accomplished that, and that I could say I won a meet of champs titles, and I'm really proud.
So who is your favorite New Balance pro athlete? I think I'm going to take a wild guess and say, being a Union Catholic person, it's got to be Sydney McLaughlin.
Yeah.
So did you ever overlap? No, right?
No, she was gone, I think, a few years before I came.
Is it just kind of talk among the school of like what a legend she kind of was, like in terms of just like crazy workouts, crazy splits during races?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, a lot of people recognize the school for her. But then also like she'll come back and she'll visit. So like there'll be some random day I'm sitting in Spanish class and she'll walk in, and then she'll show up and she'll like help my coach with like splits for like workouts. So, and then of course, then see her like all over social media. I was with her family and my coach watching her at the Olympic trials. So,
what's a distance that the two of you, if you were to race, would be close?
Ooh, definitely not 400 hurdles. I have a pretty good 800, but then again, she has run 51 open, which I have not. So I'd be pretty safe to say the mile. I think the 800 would be a little interesting.
Yeah, maybe it's a Union Catholic home meet, like alumni meet down the road. I think that's where you guys have to square off.
Yep.
So what's the plan for the DMR? Which leg are you running?
So I'm running the 60 leg.
Okay.
So I'll be last.
What are you telling your teammates? Like, give me a lead, or like, are you one of those runners who likes to, come from behind, or?
Yeah. Well, currently I'm yelling at my teammates to hurry up and get here because traffic's pretty bad. But I'm definitely hoping they'll give me a lead. We're definitely in contention for the win. We currently have the U.S. #1 time, and then the U.S. #2 is they beat us last year at Outdoor Nationals. They're like a close New Jersey team, so it's a pretty big rivalry. I would like a lead because I know they have a really strong miler as well, so it'll be a very close race. So.
I'm curious because of how you're coming up in this era where, as a high school star, like you're on social media, you can see what everyone's doing. You pay attention to. Are you one of those types of runners who like studies up the competition and like knows what their 800 guy has been running all season and their anchor leg? Like, are you a track nerd? Is what I'm asking.
Not really. Like I don't go on and like stalk their mile splits, but I think just kind of being around them and then being around other top athletes who do stock. Like I kind of know my way around, so I have an idea what everyone's running. I haven't done any of those like sitting at a computer for 2 hours during math class, like looking at everything, but like I could probably list off a bunch of times.
Awesome. Well, we're wishing you the best of luck in the DMR and in the mile, and go out there and crush it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, you could just drop the mic. So there we have it, our first guest. The beauty about this is that I don't know when the next one is going to show up. We don't know if there will be a next one. But the New Balance Indoor or Nationals Indoors, that's one thing that I was kind of wondering the other day. Was like, this has definitely been called previously New Balance Indoor Nationals, but then I'm looking at all the signs around me, and it's actually New Balance Nationals Indoor. So yeah, it's right there. It's right behind me. So I will get it right by the end of the weekend. So of the races that I'm looking forward to the most for this weekend, we've got Juliet Whitaker in the mile, which is a race that could possibly be won in mid 4:30s, I would think. But the way that these high school kids are running nowadays, I would not be shocked if we saw anything in the low 4:30s. We've got more guests coming in, and they have no idea they're going to be on a podcast. So we're going to be joined by more people in a second. So girls mile is definitely one of the races I'm looking forward to. On the boys' side, 4x mile is definitely top of mind because the Newbury Park kids have made it known that they want the record. They know what the American record is, which is kind of bananas. So let's bring in our next guest. So introduce yourself to the CITIUS MAG audience. What's your name, where you're from, what grade you're in, and what events have you been running this weekend?
My name is Ella Chestnut. I'm from Louisiana, and I'm a senior, and I ran the 2-mile.
The 2-mile, so just fresh off the track, basically. How'd it go?
I PR'd, so I would say it went good.
Yeah, so a PR is anything to celebrate. So coming all the way from Louisiana, is this your first time at the Armory?
Yes.
What do you think?
It was awesome. It was really cool, like, to run here where, like, professional runners have ran. And
overall, how has your season been going? And, like, give us a breakdown of, like, what Louisiana high school track is like.
I went pretty good. We had state, like, in early February, and I ended up winning the mile and the 2-mile, so.
That's awesome. So when it comes to being out there and like training, I know the East Coast kids out here, it's like it's been snowing. Have you had to put up with any bad weather over the past couple months when it comes to training for this season?
Not really. It's pretty humid and hot.
Indoor track, like, is it fairly common, or are you mostly just training throughout this block?
We have meets like every other week.
Okay. That's awesome. And Sim, for you, I guess, what made you want to pick this meet to try and really chase a 2-mile PR?
I've always seen it, and it was really exciting to qualify for it. So I'm super excited that I got to run here.
The backpack, you've seen all the Instagram photos in the years leading up to it of like, that's one of the big things that people come away here excited about. Like, what did you think when you finally got your hands on it?
It's awesome. I love like the color and it's really nice.
So it was the 2 mile the only race for you this weekend?
Yes, sir.
And so what would you give yourself? I mean, a PR is awesome. Is that an A+ race for you? An A? You see a little room for improvement? What do you think?
Definitely a little room for improvement, but I'm happy with it.
So for the outdoor season, what's the focus going to be?
I want to break 5 in the mile and to get like in the 10:30s for the 32.
That's awesome. So 5 for the mile. Where are you at right now in terms of your
5:03?
That's so close. So 3 seconds. How are you thinking of it? I know it's like in terms of just per lap. Is it something, or are you working on like your kick, a better start? What's going to be the difference there?
Probably a better start.
Yeah. Okay. So for you, I guess, is this the highlight of the year? Has there been anything else throughout the season that has really stood out to you?
This is definitely the highlight.
All right. Well, you're fresh off the track. I'm sure you've got it cooled down, and so I'm gonna let you go and keep enjoying all the festivities here at the New Balance Nationals.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. We've got even more guests coming through.
Okay.
Oh, no, you could just leave the mic there. Yeah. I love how rapid fire all of this has been. All right. Let's bring in our next guest over here. So you're live right now on the CITIUS MAG YouTube channel. We've got probably hundreds and thousands of people watching all around the world. So why don't you introduce yourselves, tell us where you're from, what grade you're in, what events you guys raced in.
So my name is Caitlin Green. I'm a senior. I go to Briarwoods, and we're from Virginia.
And I'm Nia Robertson. I'm also a senior from Briarwoods.
So what event did you guys run in this weekend?
We just finished the 4x2. We have the 4x4 on Sunday.
So how'd the 4x2 go?
Could have gone better,
Yeah.
but, you know, we
had some injuries,
Yeah.
so we had to.
Injuries during the race or
no,
leading up to it?
Leading
Okay.
up to the race, yeah. So we had to,
improvised,
Yeah.
I guess.
Was it the injuries on 2 other legs or was it one of you two?
Oh, one of the other legs.
Okay. How bad was it?
It wasn't too bad.
Okay. All
But
right.
it definitely didn't help us a lot.
Okay. All right. So for this time around, you come out to a meet like this, the atmosphere. What do you think so far?
It's crazy. It's a lot of good times, fast people.
Yeah, you get to see everybody coming out and running real fast, and you're like, wow.
Have you run at a
that.
meet like this big before?
Yeah.
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 What are the other big meets that you guys have competed at?
The Florida ones. what's
Junior
the-
Olympics,
Nice.
Nationals at
Awesome.
Disney and
Yeah. And
Satellite
States.
Beach. Yeah,
also.
States.
But at the Armory itself, is this one of the first times that you guys have raced here?
It's my second time, I
This
think.
would be my first time.
What do you make of the track itself? Because like you've seen what the pros run here, they run crazy
Yeah.
fast.
Well, I've seen like bank tracks before, but you know, this one, they're all different with how they're banked and everything. So I guess once you get out there, you just feel it.
Yeah. So do you guys have favorite pro New Balance runners?
No.
You guys
No.
don't follow the top end of the sport. Or do you have a favorite pro runner in general?
Cindy McLaughlin.
Cindy McLaughlin, there you go. That's the answer.
Yeah.
She's right on the wall right behind us. She's a New Balance athlete.
Oh, would you look at that?
So is the 200 your guys' like favorite event, or like do you have another favorite event?
I like the 4x2, the 200, yeah, but I think we're better at the 4x4.
Yeah.
The 400 here, because it has to be, it's obviously like 2 laps on a 200-meter track. Like, is there more strategy sort of involved in a race like that? Or like, how do you guys switch gears from like, I'm focusing on the 4x2 and then switching over to the 4x4?
Well,
Or is it just I get out there and like try and run as fast as I can for as
well, not necessarily, because our coach, he tells us get out there and sprint the first 8 seconds, and then the
You
next
get free
couple
energy.
times-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what he
told us
said?
all about that. Yep.
ATP, all that stuff.
Yeah.
The other teams, they don't know about this, but you guys are gonna know about this. You're gonna do what you can.
The fact that I know about it and I was in high school 10 years ago
Yep.
means like I think your coach probably just heard the same exact thing that I did. So when it comes to being at a meet like this, what was the thing you were looking forward to the most coming in? Was it the backpack or like the race or Yeah.
I was definitely excited for the backpack.
Yep.
Like I was definitely excited for the
These
backpack.
nice bags, when they put them out there, I said, that's what I want.
Yeah, it definitely was motivation for the whole season to
The whole
get
season.
the backpack. Yeah.
Wow.
As soon as we saw it, we're like, all right, we got to pick it up at practice to get this bag.
So when like, is that really something that I guess is discussed like ahead of time? I didn't even realize that, like how far in advance they put these backpacks up on social media and how much of a motivator it is for you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. It
I mean,
really.
these are nice backpacks.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like this is the stuff.
So
You
this,
have a New Balance backpack.
I
You're
mean,
like,
the meat, it's great. It's a great meat, but the backpack.
is this the kind of, like, I love talking about the backpacks then. So like for the backpacks, is this the type of backpack you're going to use to, you know, go to meets and kind of show off? Because now people will be able to see like, oh yeah, like they were at New Balance National Indoors. Or is it the go to school every day, pack your books in there kind of backpack?
It's a little bit of both. 'Cause,
Really?
you know,
Like-
that's like the same thing with getting like a T-shirt from like Junior Olympics or states or something. You just like showing off, like, hey, I was there. I'm this fast. I did this and that. And so
But it's a backpack this time around.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they're watching your back then. Yeah. So, for this race that you guys have coming up, like 4x2 was okay after the injuries. What's it going to take for like an A+ race in the next one? The person's still hurt, right? Like.
yeah.
yeah. I just think we all need to just like try our best, do
Yeah.
what we can with what we have.
All right. Yeah. Well, wishing you all the best of luck. I think they want to get a photo real quick. Awesome. Perfect. Well, good luck in the next relay, and enjoy the backpack.
We will. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. So there you have it, guys. The backpacks are the biggest thing here. The meet is all right. The backpacks are what these high school kids come out to this meet for. So we're going to wait on some more guests, but in the meantime, 4x-mile is what I was talking about before we were interrupted by some pleasant surprises. It's the Newbury Park guys. I think the relay order is going to be Aaron Salmon to Lex Young or Leo Young, one of the two, and then it's all anchored by Colin Salmon, the 3:58 miler, who broke that record, became the 13th high school boy to run under 4 minutes for the mile about a month ago now, and then end up running the fastest ever 3,200 meter race by a high school boy outdoors. So there's just a lot of excitement, I guess, coming from that race in particular. Shane Brosnan was a guest on the CITIUS MAG podcast a couple weeks ago. We're going to try and get him mic'd up during the race as well, just so that we can hear what exactly he yells at his boys when they're on the track, especially if it's going to be a record-breaking race. So there's that to look forward to. The girls 800 is going to be pretty special as well, as we've got Roisin Willis entered. She's the U.S. record holder after running 2 flat at Boston University a couple weeks ago. Sophia Gorarian is entered in that as well. She is the number 2 time. She has yet to make the decision whether she's going to be running the 800 or the mile on Sunday. So stay tuned for more on that. But that race in particular, I mean, when those two go head-to-head, they've never been ones to shy away from competition. And as they've posted on Instagram, iron sharpens iron. So they're pushing each other to their best. I think we might be having other guests come on by very soon. Anyway, New Balance Nationals. You can catch it on Runner Space for free. The stream is live. It's going on right now, so you can hit the link in the description, and you can also visit, I believe it's NB Nationals IN, and that's their direct website. I'll get it clarified for tomorrow for sure, but we've got another guest on our hands. This is honestly totally blind. I have no idea who's coming up next. So why don't you come on by, take a seat, and introduce yourself. You're live to hundreds of thousands of people on the CITIUS MAG YouTube channel right now. So share with us, like, what's your name, where you're from, what race you're running this weekend. Give us the lowdown.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Houseman. I'm from New Jersey, and I ran in the 2 mile today. I was in the 3rd heat, and it was a lot of fun. It was a really great experience.
Fresh off the track, basically, just now.
Yeah, I just saw the 5th heat, and I saw that amazing race, and yeah.
Wait, fill us in. I wasn't watching because we've
you
been
didn't
here
see
doing
it?
this. So what happened?
Natalie Cook ran 9:44, I think it was. It was
Wow.
insane. It was a really fast race.
For the most part, alone, or like towards the end of the race?
Yeah, she really broke away the 2nd mile, and she had a really fantastic race. And the top 3 were all under 10 minutes.
Wow.
Which is crazy. It was really awesome to watch. Yeah.
So do you wish you were in that heat, or are you happy with your race?
That would be really cool to be in that heat, but but yeah, my race was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was just a really great experience overall.
What was the goal coming into a weekend like this, and overall in general, like what have you made of the atmosphere, the whole experience?
Yeah, I was just really excited to be part of it. I just wanted to get out there, have some fun. And yeah, just really be part of the experience, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm also racing in the DMR tonight with my team, and I'm really excited for that as well.
It's so crazy how like this weekend, like it's just people don't just really come for one event. Everyone's like doubling down and doing like a second event. So what is that sort of like for you to now, you had your individual moment, you're happy with it, but now you get to share a relay with your teammates. That's got to sometimes mean a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited to be with my team, and yeah, I haven't talked to them yet today, but I'm really excited to go, warm up with them and run that with them, and I'm really excited for that.
Fill us in on how like your season's been going, I guess, for you to kind of build up towards a 2 mile here in March, and how it's kind of, the indoor season can sometimes go a little bit long.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long season. We started in December, and we had Meet of Champions, which is like our state meet for New Jersey, last week. And then, yeah, this is my last meet of the season, and then I'm going to take a little break before spring.
What do you like to do on that break? Like in terms of just like not having to run as much, no workouts. So like, how are you enjoying your free time?
I kind of just like chill out, get some rest. We're on spring break too, which is really nice. So just get a complete break from everything, running, school, which will be nice. Yeah.
So with this weekend in particular, the backpacks have been the big talk of the town of how cool they looked. For some people, like the guests we just had, they've been saying like once the photos came out, they saw it like, all right, that's our motivation. We have to get to New Balance Nationals because of the backpacks. So for you, did it live up to expectations?
Yes, I really love the backpacks. Yeah, my team's been talking about that for a while. Our distance medley relay, we've been getting very excited for the backpacks.
How does it work in terms of just like when you guys go about not just like picking like and setting goals? Like this meet was definitely like a goal race for you guys to work towards. Are you having to keep up and study like what times other people are running and just to know that you've got your place like locked in for this meet?
Yeah, so I was really just aiming for the qualifying times, and just this season I've been trying to get some PRs and qualify for this race.
For outdoors, how does this meet sort of set you up, and like what big goals do you have for outdoor season?
So for outdoors, my goal in the 2 mile, I'm hoping to break 10:30. I'm not sure what my time was in this race, but my PR for the season was 10:45. So hoping to get a big PR for the 2 mile. And then I also race in the mile, and I'm hoping to break like 4:55 in the mile and outdoor. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. So when it comes to your long-term sort of like plan, I know I just made you look towards outdoor season, but do you see yourself as a 5K person? Do you want to try and stick with, the mile? Like which of the two events do you prefer?
That's a tough question. I really love all of them. I love switching back and forth during track season from like the 2 mile to the mile. And then last year at Hayward, I ran in the 5K on the track, and that was a lot of fun too. So I love doing a lot.
What did you make of the new Hayward field? It looks like a video game from like when people see it in pictures, and when you see it for yourself, you stand there and it's like, whoa, this place is really like, it's a professional sized stadium for track and field, which you don't see too often.
Yeah, it was insane. It was a really incredible experience, and like the warm up area to get to the like outdoor track was really cool. It was like this underground area, and it was really fun, and the track was insane. Yeah, it was a great experience there.
Do you have a favorite pro New Balance runner?
Ooh,
There's
not
a couple of them on the wall here.
Oh, there are?
Yeah, so there's Corey McGee, Emma Coburn, Trayvon Brumell, Sydney McLaughlin. They've got a bunch of others.
Ooh.
Ellie Purrier, Heather McLean. Who's your favorite?
I love Emma Coburn. Yeah. I
She'll
love
be
her.
here tomorrow.
Really? She is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so we're doing our little post game show tomorrow, and if you see us around, we're gonna have open seats once again, and Emma Coburn will be one of our guest hosts, and that's your chance to if you had to ask Emma Coburn any question, what would it be?
I think I would ask her what advice she would have for me at this age, and what I could do to be the best version of myself. And
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't get to ask her yourself, I'll relay the question for you.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So, well, thank you so much for joining us. I'll let you go and find your teammates and get on a cool down, because it's so crazy that you just ran a 2 mile and just stumbled upon the show. But thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks. All right, we've got 2 more guests joining us. Why don't you guys just take a seat right over here? I have no idea who these guests are, so why don't you share with the people? We've got hundreds of thousands of people watching on the CITIUS MAG YouTube channel right now. So what are your guys' name? Where are you from? What events are you running this weekend?
I'm Thomas.
I'm Jack.
And we're from Greenwich, Connecticut. We're running the sprint medley today.
The sprint medley?
Correct.
What legs are you guys?
I'm the first 200 leg. He's the second.
Nice. So in terms of just building up for it this season, is that the only races for you guys this weekend?
Correct, yeah. That's
Are you treating this like it's your Super Bowl? Like this is the one big race for you guys?
It's got to be. We're hoping we can break our school record today, actually, yeah.
What is the school record right now?
It's 3 minutes, 35 seconds.
And who, was it set by classmates of yours, or do you know the guys? Is this a record that stood for 30 plus years?
I think it was set in 2012, I believe.
Okay, so 10 years ago, that stood for a while. So what's the strategy?
Well, I know our coach has said to us, shave off some couple seconds. We have a great 400 leg runner today. He ran earlier today. I think got 49.8. So, and we have a great distance runner running the 800. So we're just all going to try to run our best and hope that, we can shave off some seconds from what we've done this year and then try to beat the school record.
Are you guys, so you two are coming into the race fresh. Is the other guy just ran this morning. What about the fourth guy?
He's fresh.
He's fresh.
Yeah.
So now you guys have just been sitting around killing time? What have you guys been up to all day?
Oh, we went to school first.
Okay, that's important. Education first, student, athlete, okay.
Right. We've just been resting our legs. We're going to warm up in maybe an hour, I'd say.
Take the people watching, I guess, through your guys' warm-up, because it's been a while. I was a sprinter in high school, but that was 10 plus years ago, where it's what exactly goes into a warm-up? A lot of people are out there running laps around the block. Is it 2 laps for a sprinter? Is it 3 laps? How do you guys judge your warm-up?
Well, it kind of depends, right? I know at least for me and Thomas, we're getting ready probably 2 hours before, car ride over, you're locked in, you're listening to, your favorite pump-up songs.
Share the playlist. What are you listening to?
A lot of Drake.
Yeah,
okay.
a lot of Drake. And then, maybe you do some laps. Obviously, since we're getting here now, the track's not open, but you guys have Armory has that great downstairs area. You can do some striders, and then you just kind of want to just get loose, I think one of the most important parts of the race is, it's physical, but it's also mental, get rid of those nerves, take some deep breaths, practice some handoffs, because at the end of the day, drop the baton, the race is over, so.
Yeah. Of all the relays that you guys have probably done together, do you guys have a favorite memory that you guys have shared?
Probably, was it the LLs or was it the Opens where we got first place in the sprint medley?
I think it was LLs.
LLs for the Connecticut State Championships. We got first place, sprint medley. It was amazing.
So can you describe for the people who might not be as familiar, how competitive is Connecticut in terms of just the high school scene? In terms of what, is it super tight for you guys to try and be number one like that, or are you guys the top guys by far?
Well, we before nationals we went to New England's in Boston, and I think it was maybe 3 of the top 6 were from Connecticut. So some of the guys we're going to see today and running against today, we've been racing against for most of the season, and I'd say Connecticut is up there as one of the especially since it's cold, East Coast, especially in the north, you're always running indoors. So I'd say we kind of have an advantage, today.
With some of these other sprint relay races, the legs are made up by guys who are top football recruits sometimes. They bring that football speed to the track. Are you guys multi-sport athletes too?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I do play football. I play rugby as well. I'm actually planning on playing rugby in college.
Nice.
Yeah, next
Where
year.
at?
Holy Cross.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
And I play soccer, so.
So you guys are jack of all trades, and but football guys don't really phase you. Well, you not so much. You're part of them, but for you, like football guys don't phase you on the track.
Nah, for me, it's just, everyone going into it, you might see a kid, you're like, okay, like, in other sports, it's way easier to tell, but in this sport, anyone can just destroy you on the track. So
Yeah.
you just treat everyone the same.
Gotta be ready for anything.
Yeah.
So last question I've got for you is one of the guys on the wall over here, Trayvon Bromell, on Twitter, has like openly challenged someone like Tyreek Hill to a race. Tyreek Hill, the fastest NFL player. Trayvon Bromell, fastest 100 American last year. Who do you got in that race?
Trayvon.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way
Easily.
Tyreek Hill. Listen, I got my ego checked every day at the sport. I thought I was fast for football. I'm not track fast. I'm here at nationals. I'm ready to go, but I'm nothing like some of these track guys.
All right, awesome. Well, you heard it here first from these guys who are competing at New Balance Nationals. So wishing you guys the best of luck in your race, and it's your Super Bowl, so go out there and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, we've got another guest joining us. This has been a blast. I'm just getting to know a bunch of people in all these different events. Yeah, take that one. Awesome. So introduce yourself to the hundreds of thousands of people watching at home. What's your name? Where you're from? What event you're running this weekend?
Okay. I'm Sammy C. Rarey. I'm from Wakefield, Mass. Today I ran the 2 mile. Tomorrow I'm in the 4 by mile with my team. And then on Sunday I'm in the mile.
Three events.
Yeah. So I'm here every day. Very excited.
Yeah, if you've got any mail to send her, just send it to the Armory.
I'll be
like,
here.
She'll be here.
Yep.
So 2 mile, fresh off the track just now.
Yes.
How'd it
yes. go? It went pretty good. I was injured for a little bit, so I was kind of nervous, but I ended up PRing by 15 seconds. I ran a 10:54, fourth in my heat, so
Wow.
pretty exciting. I was happy with it.
Yeah. What's the indoor season been like for you in terms of just like training up in Massachusetts? You got quite a couple snowstorms this past
Yes,
year. So
a lot of snow.
Have you been like just for the most part having to grind it out and go out there in the middle of a blizzard or?
Yeah, we definitely shoveled the track a couple times.
Who's shoveling the track? Is it the coach or the athlete?
It was not me. It was the coach.
Okay.
I was not
That's
out there.
a good coach.
Yes, very good coach. Very good coach. But we did have to improvise a little bit just because there was no track. But it was a good season overall.
Yeah. For this meet in particular, how long have you been looking forward to it?
The past 4 years of high school.
Really? So
Yeah.
but this is your first time competing here?
Yes, this is my first national meet, my first time qualifying. And it's my last chance to qualify. I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah, you got to make it count. Then you just made up for lost time by running in three different events.
Exactly.
So the mile. Now you've done the 2 mile. How does your strategy have to change? It's obviously less laps on the track, and like it's a faster race. Like the competition can sometimes be even like higher. So
Exactly.
like how do you change gears and approach the 2 mile to the mile?
Yeah, so basically for the 2 mile, I tend to go out too fast.
Okay.
So the mile, I get to worry about that a little bit less because it's definitely a faster race. It's only half the length. I'm excited to use the competition overall, just use the person in front of me and push myself.
Yeah. Are you more of a sit and kick type of athlete, or are you the person up towards the front that is going to do a lot of the leading?
Probably up towards the front, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is a successful Sunday sort of look like? Is it a time on the clock? Or are you going more for place?
On Sunday, I think it's a time on the clock. I've been trying to go sub 5 the whole season, so hoping for sub 5 in the mile.
I've been trying to go sub 5 for 27 years of my life, and it
How
hasn't
close?
happened. I'm 5:09, so like I'm still ways off.
Race with me on Sunday. We'll do it together.
I don't know if they'll allow it, but
Come on.
if they did, I would take you up on the offer. I'm a little bit too old for high school. All right, so outdoor season. What are you looking forward to the most? I'm putting
going
you on
to
the spot.
Oregon.
Really? Okay.
I want to race at Oregon. And other than that, state meet, because my state meet didn't go as well this year, so
Yeah.
for indoor. So
Awesome.
I'm hoping to get redemption outdoor.
Perfect. Well, wishing you the best of luck, and you've probably got a cool down to get to and all that stuff, right?
Yes,
Yeah. This
definitely.
is a nice little break. Like I think you should just
Yeah.
go tell more athletes, like, hey, like if you don't want to do your cool down, just come on up, do that CITIUS MAG podcast that they're doing up there, and yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right, next up, it looks like we've got a whole team joining us here. Why don't you guys come over here and share this 2 mics that we've got going on. All right, so we've got, it looks like East Orange. Yes. Where from? So where's that at? New Jersey. I'm guessing this is not just one like 4x2 or 4x4. What event is everyone here running?
4x2 and 4x4.
Okay, so 4x2, 4x4. Who's already run so far this weekend?
I ran.
What have you made of the whole weekend? You want to share? Yeah, I guess like just pass the mic around.
So basically, like, I'm disappointed because in my race they clipped my teammate. He fell. We got a.
Who clipped your teammate? Tell the people out there like who clipped your teammate.
What team was it?
I think AB.
AB's track club or something like that.
You guys are on watch.
Y'all owe us an apology, please, because I'm really frustrated by that. You know, we was in second, we got tripped.
Yeah.
So it brought us all the way back to lives, and we're not happy with that. But we got the 4x4 coming up Sunday, so.
Chance of redemption.
Yes.
Have you looked at the start list to see if they're on the same heat as you?
Nah, not yet. We gonna deal with them. They come in there though, but we didn't look at that yet. I'm really mad because.
All right, take the mic away from him. He's really mad. All right, so this weekend in particular, a lot of people have been using the backpacks as like motivation, like that. They saw the photo come out on Instagram and they're like, all right, well now we've got to earn our spot to actually get there and get the backpacks. Did the backpacks live up to the hype?
Yeah, because at first I'm like, the backpack's trash. Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't like all the compartments.
Too many compartments. I don't think like anyone ever makes that complaint.
They didn't make the, like the years before. I didn't see that much. So I'm like, oh, they just trying to overdo it. Then I seen it today in person. I'm like, oh, it's actually nice. And I'm like,
yeah. They got a little motivational speech in it too. I seen that. I'm like, okay, that make me want to open it more too.
Yeah. So every time you open up the backpack, you get a little extra, boost of motivation. It all goes hand in hand. Is this one of those backpacks? I just asked this to someone else that you're gonna use for throwing your track stuff in there, going to the meets, and it's a way to show off at your future competitions. They're like, oh, like that's. Or yeah, so another thing was like, are you wearing this like to throw your books in for school?
Both.
Both?
Yeah, both.
I might just wear it to track meets.
Just track meets?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear it to a lot of track meets.
Keep it fresh.
Is this the Super Bowl for like high school track?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, high school track, yeah. Basically.
How does the atmosphere here? You guys have competed at the Armory a bunch of times in the past, right?
Yeah.
So like, how does it feel different in terms of just like the crowd size?
It's way bigger. I competed at Mills game. Mills game is top of the top. Like that's the best crowd and everything I've ever experienced and stuff. But National is also like a great experience. You don't hear a lot of moves and all that, but it's really a vibe. You got games you could play, you could take pictures,
watching the girls
and stuff like that. It's a good experience.
So when it's a meet like this, it's all high school kids. At a meet like Milrose, like you have pros like hanging around. Sometimes you're on the same warm-up track and you get to see them up close. Being it's only high school, are you guys nervous on a starting line like this?
No. Not really.
I mean,
all right.
I'm not nervous, but like it's like I'm always like nervous before. Like when I'm lining up in the blocks, no matter what meet I'm at, I always feel like a little bit something in my stomach, but like it's kind of the same.
Are you typically the guy who starts the relay off, or are you like one of the middle legs or the anchor?
Yeah, I typically start it off.
So you have reason to be probably nervous because you just like there's just so much at play. I think at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't started. I'm not starting off now, but like before, I would usually start off. But yeah, like today when I didn't start off, I didn't really feel that. When I got the baton, like it only really happens when I'm either like running an open race or like I'm starting off. So
yeah.
It's like the suspense before I go.
Individually, I guess, of this bunch here, who's the fastest and like who's the slowest of this bunch?
I'm the fastest.
All right, let's give both these guys the mic. I want this argument settled right now. Like, why would you say you're the fastest, and why would you say
he only say he's the fastest because he run 2s and 1s. So I'll give him
That's
that.
how you determine who's fastest.
But I run 4s and up, and I run 2s though. But I'm like I don't run 2s all the time.
For both the 4 and the 2 this season. So.
I mean, I've been hurt this season for the 4x4, so I didn't have the fastest split. Because I had the fastest split outdoor. I went 49.
And what about you?
As a sophomore. As a sophomore. As a sophomore.
Are you guys all seniors or like what's
I'm a junior.
You're a junior.
Yeah.
Everyone else is seniors.
Yeah.
So how's the college process coming along and looking?
It's looking real good. Like I haven't gotten any like track scholarships or nothing, but academic scholarship. I have like 14.
Nice.
With 9 like scholarships awarded to it.
So it's coming along.
It's going pretty good. Got
So-
a couple big schools in it also.
What's the, aside from winning this weekend, down the line, next couple months, what do you guys want to try and accomplish as a team?
Trying to win states outdoors.
Outdoors.
Like, we came second indoors. Like
Because of Ridgewood.
Yeah,
They,
basically.
like 3200s. They threw 3 people in there, all of them placed, and they beat us by
So you
just-
guys have it against like the distance runners on that team.
Yeah. So we definitely gotta get back outdoors for the stage. So.
All right, so the other sprinters I had on this so far, I asked them, the big debate right now on Twitter has been Trayvon Bromell challenging Tyreek Hill to a race. Between the two of you, you're laughing because it is silly, right?
Yeah.
Who wins that race in
Bromell.
Bromell, no matter what the distance is?
No matter what.
Does anyone in this group disagree?
No.
All right.
Football speed and track speed is 2 different things. You can't.
I
like,
mean, Tyreek Hill is fast. He went what 10
10
like 1.
Yeah, as in high school.
But come on, Bromell was like 9'8".
He got mad weight on him now.
I'm glad that everyone has, so far that's been here
I don't
is
think
on the same page.
I don't think like he's gonna get dusted, but he's gonna yeah, but he's still.
It's probably gonna be like when.
So what about you versus Tyreek Hill in 100? Who wins that one?
I'm not going down without a podium, so.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys get back out there. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and best of luck in this race. I guess you've got a bunch of people now who are pulling for you in terms of redemption.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Football state champ.
All right. Love that. Yeah, go shout out whoever you want.
Just put up the shark one time.
The shark one time? All right, there we go.
Thank you. Be out. Back to you.
All right. We've got another guest coming and joining us. So the fun in all this is that I have no idea who I'm sitting down with. So why don't you go ahead? We've got thousands of people watching right now. Introduce yourself. What's your name? Where you're from? What you're racing this weekend?
Hi, my name is Caroline Layman, and I'm from Bradenton, Florida, and I race the 2 mile, and I'm racing the mile on Sunday.
Awesome. So you just ran the 2 mile not too long ago.
Yes.
How'd it go?
It went good, yeah. I PR'd for the indoor 2 mile, so I'm happy with that.
So is this 50-degree weather out here right now considered cold for you coming from Florida? Well, you guys have had a rough winter, right?
Yeah.
Not really? Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty cold for me.
So warming up outside, not the best.
No, it wasn't too bad, but it was nice to have like no humidity.
Yeah. So today's race, 2 mile. What was the plan coming into it? The expectations, and then how did everything pan out?
Yeah, the plan was just to kind of stay in a good position the whole time, try to battle for the podium spot, and I kind of fell back on my splits around the 6th, 7th lap. I kind of got stuck behind a pack. But my last lap, I closed my fastest 2 mile close, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, we love it when it all comes together. And there's still somehow a kick after that many
Yes.
laps.
Mhm.
Which heat were you in?
I was in the 5th heat.
Oh, so the super fast one that just
Yes.
happened. So what was that like? I guess like witnessing what was happening up in the front.
Yeah, in the front, there was like a big pack of girls, so it was really nice to just kind of hang in there with the pack because I knew I would get a fast time, and then I just tried kicking at the end.
Now, are you a fan that kind of keeps up and watches with some of the professional track and field to see American records are falling like left and right? So does that do that's the pro end of things. At the high school level, what kind of motivation do you draw from that?
Yeah, I keep track of all of that a lot, and it just kind of motivates me to just keep trying to improve every day and just getting out there, and yeah.
What's the goal for the mile this weekend?
The goal for the mile is to PR. I ran a 4:48 mile in outdoor track.
Wow.
And I'm hoping to just beat that time.
So is this the race with Juliet Whitaker? Are you in that heat?
I'm not in that heat.
Okay.
I'm in the heat right before that, but I have a pretty strong field of girls in that too, so
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about that one.
What's happening at the high school level right now that there's so many people who are going under 450?
Yeah, I know. I was always last year when I broke 450, I was like super happy with that. And then like everyone else broke 452. I was like, oh, okay.
For you, it must be interesting to see people like Juliet Whitaker, Sophia Gororian, and Roisin Willis being like, same grade as you, and just like competition that you see around. Like, what's that like to kind of see them competing against pros, and at the same time you competing against them? Like, it's just so cool how everything connects.
Yeah, I think they're like amazing runners, and it's super cool seeing them being able to like race against the pros already. So I think it's really inspiring.
Do you have goals to run in college and then maybe beyond that? Like, what's the dream?
Yeah, I'm running for the University of Notre Dame next year, so I'm really, really excited about that.
Oh, amazing. So Molly Seidel, alum from there, and I guess, who's it? Bailey Meyer is coaching there.
Yes.
Was she like did she pay a visit to recruit you, or like how did this all come about?
She actually got on right after I committed.
Okay.
But I really like Coach Bailey. She's amazing, so I'm really excited to start working with her.
Yeah. Did you take your visit to Notre Dame already?
Yes, yeah, and I really love Coach Sparks, and I love the girls' team, so.
What'd you make of like the Golden Dome? I've been there for multiple football. I'm a big Notre Dame football fan, so like I've gone multiple times before. That like, if I had to, I went to school at Marquette, but if I had to pick like a college team like to root for, it probably would have been like Notre Dame.
Yeah, I really love, like, it's really into sports there, so that was one of the reasons I picked that.
So in terms of just like outdoor season, what is sort of like the big focus going to be? Like, do you see yourself as more of like a miler or 5K like between the two?
Mm-hmm.
Like what do you kind of prefer like for outdoor season?
Yeah, I see myself more as like a 5K girl. But I do like the mile, but I definitely lean more towards the distance.
Yeah. Is there something about just like it's a different kind of pain? How would you describe the two different types of pain?
Yeah, I don't know how to describe the different pain, but I think kicking is like a different, like going super fast in the mile is just different than holding a pace.
Yeah.
So.
Your coach is right here. What is like the one best piece of coaching advice that he's passed along to kind of share with you about being able to do both?
I don't know like the one piece, but he's definitely been like a big part of helping develop my speed and just to really give it my all in races.
Awesome. Well, we're wishing you all the best of luck in the mile, and congrats on the commitment to Notre Dame.
Thank
So
you.
wishing you all the best down the road.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us. Perfect. Awesome. You could just drop the mic.
Okay.
Sweet. So I believe we're now up to that must have been like guest number 10. Mac, you're kind of keeping track. What are we at so far?
I have no clue. I know we're at 50 minutes though. So.
50 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll do this for another 5 or 10 minutes if anyone else comes through. But it's been fun. Mac. I mean, Mac is not on camera right now, but you're able to hear him. You competed at the high school level and then in college and beyond that. But like, this is totally different from what you had growing up.
I guess actually I can be on camera here.
Nice.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more opportunities. I know I ran a couple national meets back when I was in high school, but I don't think anything was quite this big. Usually we were mixed in with the pro meets, and there was just a couple high school meets. But yeah, no, this is fantastic. There is a ton of kids out here. It's awesome.
You don't have any cool backpacks to show for your high school running career, right?
No, you're absolutely wrong. I have the OG Arcadia backpacks that I'm sure I could sell on eBay for billions of dollars.
That's the other thing too. Is like if these kids just hold on to these things, they become collector's items down the road. So lots of exciting stuff here at New Balance Nationals indoors. I promise I'm gonna get the name right by the end of it. For me, like you know how they always say like Berenstain Bears, or whatever it was, like. I've always felt that it was New Balance Indoor Nationals, but it's New Balance Nationals Indoor.
Yeah, just turn your head around and read it.
All right, so it seems like things have kind of slowed down. A reminder, you can watch all of the races live for free on Runnerspace. If you go to runnerspace.com, it's the main thing on their website right now. So tune in. You can open another tab right now as you're watching this on YouTube and check it out because it's a jam-packed week of action from the sprints. We got some relays later today. You heard from some people that are competing. Tomorrow we've got the 4x-mile, and then beyond that, we might have like a couple more guests here. All right, we got 2 more guests just joining us. You guys didn't think that you competed at this meet and would jump on a live podcast. You can take the seat. Yeah, go right ahead. So hundreds of thousands of people are watching at home right now. So introduce yourself to the world. What's your name? Where you're from? What events you compete in?
I'm Allison Maloney. I go to school in Springfield, and I run the 55 4x2 relay and 4x4 relay.
Freshman, junior, senior?
I'm a senior.
Senior. What about
My
you?
name is Mavo Sullivan. I'm also from Springfield, Mass. I run the 300 4x2 and occasionally the 4x4.
Okay. So also senior?
No, I'm a junior.
Junior. Okay. So this weekend in particular, like how long have you had it circled on your calendar?
Not long at all, actually.
Really?
It's our first season, like, all working together. 3 out of the 4 girls on our team, it's our first season doing track.
Wow.
So we kind of just, like,
You're new to it too.
Yes.
Wow.
Our team is brand new.
We didn't even know that we qualified when we qualified.
And it, all of a sudden you're just like, oh, all right, I guess I'll go to New York for a weekend.
Yeah, we didn't have high expectations, but we did well.
Yeah, no, it's a overall awesome experience to take part in. So if you weren't running track, what other sports were you doing before this?
I used to do gymnastics.
Okay.
Soccer and lacrosse.
So how do those translate into being successful in track?
Well, after soccer season, I think it's 4 girls who are here today. We all just like decided to pick up track to stay in shape in the off season. But a lot of us are like realizing how good we are kind of compared to like soccer and stuff like that.
And then for me, I just need a new sport to take up on. So.
Yeah. So overall, your level of love for track. I know probably coming into it extracurricular where, you get to hang out with friends, you stay in shape, but like where's that at? Are you like starting to really enjoy it and like it that like you want to keep doing it?
I mean, I love track, so
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to try and do it in college, so.
You are. Have you been looking at different schools?
I'm currently looking at Stonehill.
Okay.
Yeah, I really love it there. It's beautiful.
Awesome. If Stonehill, if you're watching, yeah, send the offer. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I guess it's grown on me a lot. Like going into it, I kind of dreaded it. Like I don't want to be like running for fun, but like as our team has like come together, we work so well together, and I think that's what's really made me like start to love it. Yeah.
How do you guys make it fun? Because like again, like for a lot of people, they think of it like running is just the punishment. It's when coach says go run an extra lap. But for you guys, you seem to enjoy it. You get to grow closer as friends. So like, what is it that makes track fun?
A lot of joking around, definitely.
I think we're all really competitive people, and for the meets we've competed in, we've succeeded in, and then I guess from that, it's just gotten like we've enjoyed it a lot more. Yeah.
So one of your relays is already done for the weekend, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So which ones do you have left?
I'm running tomorrow. I'm running the 60.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. We had someone else run the 400 today.
So the 60, are you in one of the what heat are you in? Like,
I'm in heat. I think is it? I don't know what it is actually.
So how do you approach a 60 kind of like after a relay like this, where that's one of those races that's over just like that?
I think I take what I got from this meet and just put it towards the second meet and just push myself to make it better.
Yeah. So in terms of just your specialty event, which one would you say is your favorite? Or yeah, question for both of you. What is your favorite event and which one is your best event? Because sometimes it's not the person's favorite.
The relay is definitely my favorite event,
Okay.
just because of like the teamwork and then the speed.
Yeah.
I just love all that. And then the 60, I would say it's I haven't tried it yet, so the 55 is my favorite.
This is gonna be your first 60.
Yeah, it's gonna be my first 60.
Wow. Okay. Because the way I've had it explained to me, I think like it was Trayvon Brumell or like Marvin Bracey, one of the pros, told me it was like you're just going at a top speed the entire time.
Yep.
That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like.
Wow. Okay. What about you? Favorite event and best event?
The 4x2.
4x2.
Yeah.
Just in general because of the camaraderie and the teammates?
Yeah, it's more exciting than the 300.
Awesome. Well, wishing you guys all the best of luck the rest of the weekend and enjoy it. This is an awesome experience for you guys to have for the first time, and then I hope it grows your love of track and field even more.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, we've got, I think, one more guest joining us. Or that might be it. Yep. Oh, yeah, we have one more guest joining us. Come on in. This is fun. Sweet. Come on in right over here. So, millions of people are watching right now on YouTube. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? What's your name? Where you're from? What grade you're in? What events you're running?
Hi, I'm Kayla Davis. I'm in 12th grade. I'm from North Carolina.
So how long have you had New Balance Nationals on your schedule circled?
Every year that I could make it to New Balance.
How many? What number is this for you?
3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So what has made each one of them special, and what are you hoping to do with this one?
The support is honestly the best part about it. But this one, I'm running the 200 in the distance medley. I'm hoping to do a lot better than I did the last time I ran the 200 at New Balance, so that's all I'm looking for is improvement.
You sound a little scarred from the first time. What happened?
I didn't run that good. I didn't run as good as I wanted to. It was a lot of pressure for my first time being at New Balance, but I'm ready for it now.
Yeah, you've felt the atmosphere before. You know what to expect. So what would make an A+ day? Is there a time goal, a place goal? How are you kind of thinking of it?
Just run a low 23.
Low 23?
Yeah.
Man, when I ran in high school, I ran 25.1 for the 200. That was my PR. You were flying. Wow. Outdoor season, is your outdoor 200 faster or?
It's about my fastest is a 23:08 outdoor.
23:08. That's awesome. So, 200 favorite event?
Yeah, most definitely.
It was my favorite event growing up as well. So what? Because the 400 just feels like way too long, too much hurt. The 100, it's too quick. I don't have as much speed for that. So what makes 200 your favorite?
Because it's right in between the 1 and the 4. Even though the 400 is my best race, I feel like I like the 200 better because it's right in the middle. And then even if you mess up at the beginning, you still have the end to kind of pull it back in. But from start to finish, it always matters.
Yeah. So coming out to a meet like this, sometimes you get to see the other New Balance professional athletes who come by and hang out with the high school athletes. Do you have a favorite pro New Balance athlete?
No.
Just Sydney McLaughlin or?
I don't really have a favorite, but I like Sydney McLaughlin.
Yeah. So for you, I guess, what's your goal for the outdoor season and in terms of just keeping this momentum going from a championship like this?
For the 200, it's to run a 22.
Wow.
For the 400, it's just more so improvement, making sure that I make my race better from last year.
What about the 800?
I don't run the 800.
You don't want to ever?
I don't run the 800. It's not my race. Yeah.
Have you had to before?
Yeah, multiple times outdoor.
You didn't like it?
No, but it was for conditioning, so
yeah,
I still ran it.
Yeah. You saw the purpose, and you're like, okay. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about is the backpack. You've got a couple of them now, right, from the previous years?
Yeah.
So this time around, is this the best one yet?
I think I like outdoors last year, 2 years ago. But I like the bags now, too, as well.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so, yeah, how would you rank them? This year's?
Probably last year's, this year, and then my first year running at New Balance.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you get to add another one to the collection. This one in particular looks pretty cool to me. So, wishing you all the best of luck in the rest of your weekend. Enjoy it. This is your last one, right? Or you got one more? Last one.
Last one.
Make it count.
I will.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sweet. Awesome. And I think we've got a couple more guests that just kind of joined the room. So let's bring in this relay team. Are you guys joining us? Come on in. Oh, the relay photos. Yeah, you guys are great. Come on in and join us. We want to hear from you guys. You guys just roped into an interview. So for the millions of people watching at home, where are you guys from? What are your names? What events are you running this weekend? Introduce yourselves to the world.
Okay, we're from Flower Mound, Texas, which is right outside of Dallas. I'm Nicole Humphreys. I'm a sophomore, and we're all running the 4x-mile, and then I'm also in the 800.
I'm Alexandra Fox, and I'm a freshman. I just ran the freshman mile, and I got first.
Wow.
I'm Samantha Humphreys, sophomore. I just ran the 2-mile and also on the 4x-mile team.
Hi, my name is Natalie Cook. I'm a senior, and I just ran the 2-mile.
You just crushed it.
Thank you.
Because I was here. I didn't get to see the race, but I guess take us through what just happened, because it was amazing from what I just heard.
Yes, I felt really smooth throughout the race and going through the mile, so I decided to go for it, and I felt great. So yeah.
And then was it just like, all right, are you listening to a coach who's telling you like splits or just?
No, I couldn't really
nothing?
hear anything.
You're
I
just
heard my
like-
dad like yell at me a little bit, but I really couldn't hear anything. I heard my teammates and were screaming their butts off at me, which helped a lot.
Yeah.
So you're coming off of an awesome, fall where you won the 2 titles.
Yes, sir.
How did you carry that momentum into training and like having this group with you? Like, what is practice like to get to a place like this?
We're all motivate each other. We always make sure we work hard and all that stuff. So yeah, it helps a lot to have each other.
Yeah. What's practice like? Who's the jokester of the group? Who's the serious person? Who's leading all the reps from this group right here?
I feel like we're all pretty laid back in a way, but
Yeah.
we all like crack jokes.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's a
We're
good
all-
team
we're all the
atmosphere.
funny one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is a really fun place.
How long have you guys had New Balance Nationals circled on your calendar for looking forward to the
We've
meet
been
like this?
having a countdown.
Really?
Yeah, we had a countdown after our swim one evening. And we're like, 10 more days, 9 more days.
This is our first appearance, though.
First appearance for all of you, right?
Natalie went her freshman year.
Yeah, I went my freshman
Yeah.
year.
So how does this compare now? Did the first time you came, was it individually or did you come with a
Yes,
team?
it was individually. I
So
went
this
with my
must be
dad.
sweeter. Yeah.
This is way better.
Yeah. So with this relay race, what is kind of the goal that you guys want is set out there?
Hopefully we don't speak too soon, but we really have our eyes on the national record.
Okay. I love that.
We'll see.
The high school boys get a lot of attention out there. Like you got the
Newbury
Newbury Park
Park
guys.
boys.
Yeah. Like they're all over social media and they're not afraid to just cast it out there. Like we want the national record and a lot of eyes are on them to try and make it happen. But it's awesome to hear that you guys want it too. When was the first conversation you guys kind of remember of like, this might be possible?
Before booking the flights.
Really?
Yes.
I remember in cross-country season we were talking about it a little bit.
What's it going to take from all of you? Like, is it something where if you guys run your best race, like maybe a PR or close to it, can it get done?
Definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because like the thing is that you guys in Texas like aren't racing indoor track that often.
No,
That's
we're
right. There's nothing on the record lately for you guys this season. Where what have you guys been up to is what everyone's wondering the past couple months.
We had our first outdoor meet was last week.
Yeah, I saw that.
And we're the first 2 before that got canceled because of bad weather. So today was really like our second race of the season.
That's awesome. So for this weekend, what was going to make it? You already have a win. So for you, like that's all right. One good thing you get to take away from it. But overall, if you set the national record or even just win, that's got to be A+ for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
We're excited.
And then you also get to take home a really nice backpack. How did
Yes.
the backpack live up to expectations?
Backpack is pretty nice.
Awesome. Well, wishing you all the best of luck in this 4x mile. And I like, guys, you guys heard it out there. They might be calling their shot for national record potentially. I hope so. So wishing you guys all the best and good luck out there and keep up the awesome work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. I think you guys are going to do your little photo shoot. You might ask her, I think.
I think we just put it down.
Yeah, you could just leave them on the seats. Perfect. Well, there you have it, Mac. I think that's a nice little way to end the show. Is we've got this group right here calling their shot, possible national record in the 4x mile. You can tune in, watch it on Runnerspace live for free. Check it out, runnerspace.com. It's the big thing on the website right there. So Chris Chavez here. Stay tuned for more on the CITIUS MAG YouTube channel. Tomorrow we've got After the Final Lap live at 4:30. Trayvon Bromell, Emma Coburn, Corey McGee are our special guests. No Matthew Centrowitz this time around. We learned our lesson the first time we put some microphones in front of him. And so this time, Kyle Merber and I will be bringing you interviews, commentary, a couple jokes here and there. So tune in, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.